is Block 6, the Great Depression, Section 5 after the 100 days, the section starting with the Hatch Act. One of the criticisms of the New Deal was that it empowered government. That government was doing more and more and more things. And what government employees started doing was actively campaigning for Democrats and Roosevelt in the New Deal because kind of their jobs depended on it. That if you're the new assistant director of the Works Progress Administration and getting paid by the government, obviously you are going to support the expansion of the executive directorship of the Works Progress Administration. And a lot of critics of Roosevelt saw that officials who were dependent on the New Deal were actively campaigning while they were working for the New Deal. And a lot of people said this is un-American. You cannot, that employees of the government cannot actively campaign for government, that it's a conflict of interest. And so the Hatch Act was passed. And the Hatch Act prevents government workers from actively campaigning during an election season. Now, exemptions are made for very high-ranking government workers, like the president. The president can obviously campaign. The vice president can campaign. The secretaries of the departments can campaign. But if you're a middle manager in the Department of Housing and Urban Development, you cannot use your job to actively campaign. You can go home and, as a private citizen, actively campaign for whatever you want to campaign for, but you can't put it on official letterhead, you can't use the government services to campaign for this, and it tries to keep a semblance of a separation of power between all these new government departments and their, the fact that they would be preserved forever. Obviously, a person who is the executive vice president of affairs for the Works Progress Administration has every desire to see the Works Progress Administration grow and become more important. So the Hatch Act was passed to try to keep elections fairer.